Hello everyone. This is PowerPoint Module 4 lecture. We're going to be going through Module 4. The first part is on page 74. 74, you're not going to be tested on it, and I'm not going to mark anything wrong for it again. But again, it's something I want you to see to do. To do it, you first have to click on View and go to the Slide Master. And now you're in a slide master view. What you're doing is you can change the master of what we have chosen. Okay, you can personalize it with fonts, font colors, things like that. And the only part I wanted to show you is inserting a picture, because it's another way to insert a picture as well. So instead of before we used, remember, the little placeholder to do it, we're going to click on the insert button now. And we're going to do a picture because it's on our jump drive. I'm going to click pictures. And then I need to go to my data files. PowerPoint 4, and it's image 4-2. And then I can move it around. And it tells you to put it roughly here. It tells you can change the height and the width by typing up here. But you can also grab the corner and make it different. I'm not going to worry about the exact. Like I said, this isn't something you're going to have to do. And I can also make this transparent by going to the color group here under Adjust and click Set Transparent. And clicking in it after I've done that, notice it takes the background away, so it makes it transparent so you can see through it. Okay, then to get out of the slide master, I can just go down here and click normal, and it brings me back. And then you'll notice on the cover I've got this little thing right here right now. So that's added to our title page. The next page, again, is customize the background and theme. Again, I'm not going to worry about that as far as to do it or anything. You're not going to have to know how to do it on the test, or I'm not going to mark anything from the grade or anything like that. But the thing that I want you to remember is the variants here, okay? The variants are, you can set different colors. Like right now it's this color, okay? Well, maybe you don't really like that color, but you like the style or the theme. I can go here and I can change it a little bit, or I can click on here and change it a little bit, or I can go here and change it a little bit. So again, there's different ways you can change it. And then you can, I can go through all these different ways and change it as well, but I'm just going to choose this one. And again, you notice once I do it, it does change all of the slides on the presentation. On page 78, it has you do the slideshow commands. That's extremely hard for me to show you in this video because I have two screens and I'm not videoing both screens. But again, that's under slideshow. To view your slideshow from the beginning. And it'll get you into your slideshow. And again, you have all these commands, but you're not going to see any of them because my other screen is. So again, just keep that in mind, go through it and everything. Again, it's how you show a presentation. Okay, transitions is kind of a big thing. Okay, that's right now when we go through this PowerPoint. When you're doing the slideshow, when you go from one slide to the next, it just kind of blops one to the next, okay? Transitions kind of add something to that. So every time you go from one slide to another, you get something happens, okay? And you pick what happens, or you're told what happens. So the first thing you have to do is you have to click on transitions, okay? We're doing slideshow transitions, so it has its own tab. So you'll click on transitions. And the next thing you want to remember to do, and again, transitions is one of the most missed things on the test, so kind of remember this, is you should go down to slide sorter. Okay, see it's down here, slide sorter view, normal view, slide sorter. And what you get is you get all of the all of your slides shown. Now, a good rule of thumb is you never want to have the transition on your title slide. Okay, so generally you're going to do it on slides 2 through 15. And I know the assignment kind of has you do it, but a best practice for PowerPoint is not to do it on the title slide. So I click on 2, then I hold my Shift key down, and I click on 15. So again, click on 2, then hold the Shift key down, and then click on 15. So you'll notice 2 through 15 all have orange highlights around them. And then I go up to my transition to this slide. So I can click on it. And up here you have subtle. And this is kind of what you have to know your audience. If we're doing it in a board meeting or something like that with a bunch of people in suits and dresses and everything, you'd probably do more of a subtle. Maybe if it's for a class in education, you might want to do exciting to keep people's attention. And then if you were doing it something for personally with pictures or something, you could do something dynamic. Okay, so I'm just going to choose fracture. Okay, so you'll see it happening here. Okay, now if you think that takes too long, notice up here on the duration, I can change that. I could maybe change it down to 1. So now click on the first one, Shift key, second one, fracture at 1. Notice how it does it faster. And also it's set right now on mouse click. So it's going to go from screen to screen every time you click on your mouse. Okay? Now, if this was something I was going to say for like a trade show, I was going to set it up someplace for people just to watch and to go over and over again, I could choose after and then choose like 30 seconds. So then automatically it would change from screen to screen every 30 seconds. Okay, but I'm just going to leave it on mouse click. So now what I have is I go to View and go to, Slideshow from the beginning. Okay, again, because I have 2 screens, you're not seeing what you'll see on your screen. This is what you'd see if you have 2 screens. On my other screen is the actual presentation. This is just for somebody that has 2 screens. But if I click on the next one, you saw the transition there. Click on it again, you see the transition there. So on and so forth. Every time I do a slide, it's got the transition there. Then to get back to normal view, I'm going to click back on normal view, and now I'm back in my PowerPoint. Okay, the last thing that you really need to know for the test, okay, is animations. Okay, animations are, if I go to, I'm going to find a good screen. This is kind of how it's going to be on the test. So you'll notice, I'll do this one. Okay. Notice how I have the 4 bullets here. Maybe I don't want the person that's viewing the show to see all 4 bullets at once. Maybe I want to let them see just the top one, and then I'll talk about it. Okay? And then I'll click on my mouse, and then the second one will come in, and then I'll talk about it. So to do that, we use animations. Okay? So again, the animation tab. Now, the important thing to remember is first I have to click in my section that I'm going to do it. Okay, so I'll have a dashed line around it. And then I always say make sure your cursor is at the very end. All right, and then I'm going to go up to animations, and I'm going to choose grow and turn. So you'll see they're growing and turning. And what you want to make sure is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, however many bullets you have. If it comes up 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, that means all 4 are going to come in together, and you've most likely done it wrong. Okay, your cursor was somewhere in the middle, so it didn't know where to do it, or that dash line, you clicked on it to make it solid. So again, make sure you get 1, 2, 3, 4. If you get 1, 1, 1, 1, just go up, undo, and start it over. And now I can even go over to this other side and add grow and turn. and you'll notice it comes on a 5. So now when I do my slideshow, I'm going to do it from the current slide. Okay, you'll see nothing is here. I click on my mouse and it shows up. Click again, it shows up. Click again, it shows up. Click again, it shows up. And click again, the picture shows up. So that is animations. And like I said, the transitions and the animations are probably the 2 hardest things you have to do for the test. So just keep that in mind. Now, the remaining 3 pages, proofing language and tools and spell check and everything, is pretty easy. Inspect a presentation, you're not going to really have to worry about that. So again, don't worry about that. And then you get to the very last page, which is 88, create an office mix. Skip that one altogether. The directions have you skip it, and when you're doing your assignment, it has you skip it. It's a download that you have to download to add. It's free for teachers, and it's free at schools, but I think you may have to pay for it, so don't worry about it. So that really is everything that's in Lesson 4, Module 4. I will be following up with either an email or a video about what's going to be on the test a week from tomorrow. Believe me, it's the easiest of the 3, so I'll leave it at that. And I will see you later. A week from tomorrow will be the test. Again, watch for an email or a video describing what's going to be on it. And I hope everybody has a great week, and we'll see you next week.